And are we back? Are we good? All right. 1 second. Try this one more time. Oh, Lord. Try that link. Yeah, try that link. Good? I am on. Yeah, and it looks like I have somebody here right now. Yeah. Mhm. I see where I am. All right, I'm gonna send you the new link for the YouTube. All right.
Okay, can we hear everybody?
I think there's only two of us here right now. Where's?
Okay, so what we can do is we can just go ahead and get started. I know there was someone that was just logged in. I think he was one of our first performers. If that person wants to log back in, we'll get started.
Okay.
And there's no feedback. Look at that. Yes, yes.
Well, okay. So the feedback is coming from if you have the YouTube and the Hangout going at the same time. That's where the feedback is coming from.
Okay.
So if you're in the Hangout, make sure you're not on the YouTube feed because there's a delay in what's streaming. That's where the feedback.
Oh.
That's it.
Yes. Okay.
That's exactly it.
All
right,
so everyone, you just heard that, heard what the lovely VDE had to say. We're going to go get started. We so appreciate your patience. We are so new to technology, and we thank you so much.
All right,
for bearing with
Quinn,
us.
what's up? What's up?
Hey. So we're just, so Quentin, if you don't mind, we're just going to talk about the rules real quick, and then we'll go into, so I know V is going to spit a poem, and then you'll be our first open micer. That work for you? Yep. Okay, so so for those of you that don't know us, my name is Jay Bates III, and I am the founder of Awkward.
Oh, right. This is the part where I introduce myself. Jesus. This is weird. This is weird without a stage. I'm not used to this. Okay, so my name is Vita E, and I am the founder of TQPOC Poetry, which is what's streaming right now. And I am also the social media and communications coordinator for Awkward.
Good stuff. And so just to let y'all know how this is going to work, so what we've asked is for you, so we appreciate everyone watching on the live stream. For those of y'all that are coming to actually spit on the mic, what we would ask is we're going to announce who's on deck, and then we're going to also announce who's performing at the time. So on deck means that you've got one person in front of you. When you hear your name on deck, if you can log into the video chat feed, which is on the Facebook event page, so you can look for that right there. And we can kind of take it in that way. So I think first up, if that all makes sense, does that make sense, VD?
Yeah, I think that's how that goes. I think that's
okay, we're a little frazzled from learning the technology stuff, but we got it. So actually what we're going to do is to warm us up with a quick piece, is we have the lovely VDE here who's going to share something for us, and we'll get into our open mic. So for those of us not speaking and they're still on video, I'm going to ask that we mute ourselves, and we will turn the attention over to VDE. So coming to the stage, VDE.
Yo. All right. So what's up, everybody? just give me like a wave if you can hear me okay or something. All right, cool, good. So this first poem is a poem that I have not done this way yet, but one of the cool things about this kind of Google Hangout setup is that I can do this at home and I can use my kit, so I have part of my drum set going. This is a poem that I wrote, as you see here. Oh, I should give some trigger warnings. Give some trigger warnings ahead of time. There's obviously prescription drug use and a few other things. So I think that assault plays a role in this poem a little bit as well. So this is the poem that I decided to do to destigmatize kind of like the need for prescription drug use in order to um, function in society. There's a lot of negative stigma that involves that, and it can be really bothersome. So this poem is about that situation. The poem is called RX. So I'll be using part of my drum set, and I'll be using my own prescription medication as percussion instruments. No worries, no pill bottles were harmed in the making of this poem. Okay, we're done. All right, here we go. I have a poem to share with you all. Played to the rattle and shake of different pills with different colors and shapes. Depending on the time of day, there's different combinations to take so you can think about something more than wanting to never wake. Alarm goes off at 11:30 a.m. More of a sign to get out of bed than to wake up because sky blue 50 milligram causes dizziness and 25 milligram green causes restlessness, so I've been awake since 5 a.m. Watching the ceiling fan symbolize my perpetual insomnia, always out of someone's control. Too spun out to continue, but too wired to stop moving. In comes 5 milligram whites. Take 8 hours before you plan to wake with food as needed so you can sleep at night, knowing that you can't wake up from your nightmares at will, which is the only reason you even have any of these left. Because who the hell wants to sleep through that horrible moment at 15 that now requires antiviral over blue? Once at night for the rest of your life, it's a constant reminder that your body still belongs to him. It's a body that you were born into that doesn't match the one you want, so here comes Spiro no lactone to jump on the throne declare war on your bone once in the morning with 25 and 50, totaling 100% chance that your stomach will turn on you because you can't trade in your genitals for new ones. These pills, yellow and blue ones, make you green in the face, while the white ones, much like white people, claim to be your savior and then force you to reenact your trauma over and over again so they can feel like they helped. I am not dreaming. I am just in a state unable to operate machine or motor vehicle, so instead, I operate pen. Punctuate with delestrogen 1 milligram every 2 weeks so I can feel like a woman again. This rhythm of RX melody sends music through my blood, Morse code through my genetic code, tick-tock on my timeline at 5 a.m. because I still can't sleep. So I stare at the ceiling fan and hope the round ovals will dance on its blades like sugar plum fairies until sunrise cues my next dose. Cool.
Yes, B to E. Yes, B to E. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Thank y'all so much for checking that out. Yeah, cool. Awesome.
And so right now, I know up next we have Quentin Bolden. We're going to ask our open micer who's on deck. I'm trying to figure out where that list is. You see that list?
Yeah, hang on. All right. Who is on deck?
Okay, so it looks like on deck we have Melissa Monier. And
That
so,
is correct.
Melissa, if you could log into the video chat piece while Quentin's up, and put yourself on mute when you do come into the video chat. And up next, without further ado, we're gonna open it up to Quentin Bolden. So coming to the stage, we got Quentin Bolden.
Woo!
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, this is something that I wrote as an exercise for a creative writing group, and it's interesting what a random prompt generator from the UK will give you. I had to give it some flavor, so it's called Apologies. My apologies are not for committing crimes, rather they are for the shame forced upon my children and lover. They placed me in male prison, something I will never forgive them for. My words to him were, greater is the love that suffers than the one that does not suffer at all. We have suffered as a result of my identity, and for that, I am sorry. Terrence sits with shaking hands as my shackled wrists lie on the table. His face contorts in horror as I describe the acts done against me. Always his boyfriend, never a girlfriend, and my children's father and never their mother. That is all society has ever done, ignore my gender identity. Perhaps I should have allowed that man to rape me. Perhaps I should not have sullied my hands with his blood. Perhaps I should have allowed him to kill me. My life is worthless anyway. Ironically, that knife plunge that ensured my safety was my ticket to someone else's certain victory. They placed me in male prison. Again, something I can never forgive. His affections became transgressions. Let it be known that my lightly stubbled face and large hands should not ensure my death. Give me my death in dignity rather than in dark corridors. Corridors where they rape me as a sign of dominance and victory. Have you ever been forced to take it at both ends? I ask him. Never forced, because that is not love. But his affections became transgressions, and I no longer have the autonomy to make my own decisions. And when I told him they placed me in male prison, he wept.
Thank you so much for that, Quentin. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for that. Yes. Did you have another piece that you wanted to read, or is that the only piece that you wanted to read for today? I think you still have a couple minutes if you wanted to do another poem.
Definitely.
How much time do I have left?
You have like 2 minutes.
I do, but I'd have to like run really quickly and go get a notebook.
Go.
What we can what we can do is we can we'll have you come up again like a little bit later. So we'll see if our next poet, Melissa, if you are around and available, we'll ask you to log in. If Melissa is not available at this moment, we're going to move on to C. So C, if you are out there and ready, we're going to ask you to log on to the video chat. So Quentin, go put yourself on mute and go grab your notebook, and we'll come right back to you. Okay?
All right, cool.
Okay. What's that?
So this is just like really cool that I'm seeing all this chatting going on at the same time. It's a lot of fun, you know, to see everyone enjoying each other like this.
Oh, are you saying chatting? I'm not hip. I don't know.
Well, so if you go online and you mute the YouTube video as it's playing, then you won't get that feedback, and because there's not that delay. But what you'll see is there's a live chat on the side, I think, of the video, where I'm getting like people are snapping and checking it out. Yeah, cool.
Also, if anybody has any problems logging in or anything like that, you can just feel free to message us on the Awkward homepage, because I know, like, obviously we had some problems with the technology stuff today. Grace is like, I wish everyone could hear the snaps. I wish I could hear the snaps too, Grace, like, because I'm trying to keep up with all this technology stuff. But if you have a problem, message us on the Awkward page, and we can put you a little bit lower or a little bit further back, so we can give you some time to log in effectively and kind of work that stuff out with you on the technology piece. I know coming up next, so I'm not seeing Melissa or C yet. I am seeing a few of the other open micers that are around, so I'm going to actually ask, we're going to change the order just a little bit. I'm going to ask either Sid or Lucy Valentine, if one of y'all are around right now. If one of y'all would be up to going up a little sooner. I also see Grace and Tanisha Nicole. You can. Oops, I see one of the open micers is someone saying something. Someone saying something.
Somebody here?
Someone says, is it someone mysteriously here?
It's really hard to like figure out where everybody is. Oh wait.
So I see a question from C. So C, if you have, so what you need to do is you need to be logged into your Google Plus account. So if you have a Gmail, so what the Google Hangout is, you need to have a Google Plus account. So if you have a Gmail, you already have a Google Plus account, log into that. When you click the performance link, and it will all pop up for you. So for people that are already logged into their Google Plus, so I see Quentin is back. So Quentin, actually, if you want to spit your next poem, and then we'll kind of move on to our next open micer as I see people are still kind of logging in and getting their technology stuff in. Also, again, thank y'all so much for doing this one. This is a huge experiment, and so we're trying to see. Oh wait, and Sid's here too. So we're gonna do Quentin's next poem, then we're gonna have Sid go up next, and then we'll move through. So Sid, I'm gonna mute you temporarily, and you will be our next open micer after Quentin. Okay? Okay. So coming up again to the mic, I'm going to unmute you, Quentin. No, now you're not muted. Are you? Quinn, are you muted? No, you're not muted. Okay. So coming back up again to the stage, we have Quentin.
This one has no title. It just is.
Hey, real quick, can I just say one thing? Just out of the interest of everyone's like spiritual security, I want to make sure that we put if there's anything in your poetry or your material that you think might be triggering to the people who are watching the video, who are also in the Hangout, can we please mention it before the performance, just so if people need to take some space to be prepared for that it is available.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, sorry about that on my last poem. So yeah, there are trigger warnings for this one about oppression, racism, and violence. I think that's everything. So am I good to start now? Yes? Alright. Never accepted, always rejected. My darker skin, the product of melanin rather than tanning beds, is seen as aggressive. I am the threat, even though I never stole people from their land with the idea of slavery. But do not pull that ignorant bullshit on me. Slavery done by me from conquering enemy territory in my motherland does not equate to what you did. Gentrification at the hands of our internationally acclaimed singular enemy. Who the fuck asked you to save me? Thank you for the oppression and pitiful programs for equality that you toss at me as you stroke your own dick, coming to the genocide, oppression, and endangerment of all people. If a prisoner chose to act as you have, they would be in solitary confinement. No sunlight, no decent meals, hard bed, itchy blankets, a uniform labeling you as cattle stock, no human contact, and barely enough oxygen to fill your underworked lungs. Does this illustration seem familiar to you? Perhaps you can recall the child stuck in the project, struggling to breathe as their frail body is underneath the cop's body, shaking as his body shuts down from the lack of glucose and oxygen. That's it.
Good stuff, good stuff. So thank you again, Quentin Bolden. Can we get one more round of snaps, of online snaps for Quentin Bolden? Next to the mic, we have Sid Arojo. And so, yeah, so I know, so we're going to have everyone reintroduce yourself in whatever name that you would like to be called. And so coming up next to the mic, we have Sid.
What's up, Sid?
Oops. Oh, wait, I muted you, Sid.
Yes.
Sorry, so I'm muting you now. Sorry. I'm going to unmute you. Or did you mute yourself, Sid? Because I'm trying to... No. Okay, now you're unmuted. Okay. Yeah, now we can hear you. So we're ready to hear your beautiful voice. So coming up to the mic next, we have Sid.
Awesome.
What's up? What's up?
Okay, so I'm gonna share a poem called "Enamored." I wrote this last year, and it's about it's basically about love, but like the different forms it could take. All right. The first time I laid eyes on you, I thought to myself, "Damn, That's the ugliest person I have ever seen. My second year in college, and I was still passing judgments quicker than my eyes could process the reflection back at me, but this was no reflection. It was another human being simply being who they were, and I envied that. I envied that so much. My favorite color had become green back in high school, and I began an obsession over it. For starters, one Halloween, I painted myself green and claimed I was a green Crayola. Wore green skinny jeans, a low-neck green top, beat-up shoes that I, of course, sprayed green along with my hair, but there was one tiny flaw. My hair wasn't spiked up. It might not sound like a big deal, but imagine this green blob walking down the hallway claiming to be a green Crayola with their hair completely down. I looked like a fucked up, worn up crayon, used up, with nothing left to give the second time I laid eyes on you. I received the gift of friendship wrapped neatly with the most perfect knot, and I thought to myself, damn, this has to be one of the most beautiful souls I have ever seen. My third year in college, and I was just starting to realize how the insides of people have the power to twist everything externally or the power to entangle one's potential. Now, I'm not too sure how many times I've laid eyes on you, but I'm finding myself here, at your service, oh so willingly, to assist with open hands, bowing at your feet, tying the laces together, intertwining them, to make sure that you can stand tall and proud for the performance you're about to bestow. Now, it's moments like this that I live for, raw and vulnerable, flesh and bone, churning slowly together until they ignite flames high enough to capture. The moment you asked me, did you ever in your life expect yourself to be helping a queen get in drag? And I thought, I'd never had expected to fall for one. But instead of landing headfirst or disintegrating into ashes, it's as if I've been suspended in time, dangling low yet modest, keeping a straight line boundary from your body to my heart. Let me get something straight here. I'm not in love with this person. I mean, what does it mean to be in love? One particular definition I searched for said, deeply or passionately enamored. First off, what does enamored mean? Because to me it sounds a lot like armor. Armor, being elaborately worn for its protection and warmth, like the shelter of sheets, shielding fragrance of incense that wraps arms securely around the sweet embrace of freshly baked banana bread. Armor, rising up and down, strong and distant, but close enough to hear the thumping of a hammer driving nails into invigorating skin, second-guessing the colors of the offbeat walls. It could mean home. But no, it means be filled with a feeling of love for. What does that even look like? Because if that's the case, I'm in love with my triathlon bike, Amberlin. Yes, I do name inanimate objects, especially the ones that I'm supposedly in love with. Who the fuck defines these terms in such vague, monotonous meanings? Love is too large to be confined into clear definitions, just like hearts are not clean-cut. They are messy and fragile, torn apart, but can be gently passed around to more than one set of open hands meant to close the incision. Just like bodies are not flawlessly molded. They are vulnerable and thermal, sewing and bounding sensations into an open pathway regardless of precision. Hearts, they aren't stained glass windows or sincere thread. They are wild beating drums, young and alive, wanting to be heard, thumping hard and fast, howling loudly towards the night skies, casted visible light, wishing on a shooting star to be seen, wishing that bloodlines could always be straightly aligned, desirable characteristics that can keep us in check. Love is too large to be policed, beaten and broken down to a one-size-fits-all package, handcuffed and suspended in midair, dangling at your feet, wishing that our love could go further. That's it.
Yes, good stuff, good stuff.
Yo.
So if you would like to have space for one more poem, if you would like to hold that off until later, we can definitely hold that off and move on to our next open micer. But you still have about, I think, 2 minutes also, if you would like to spit another piece.
Do I have one that's 2 minutes? I think that's it for me for the night.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Sid.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Woo! Oh, also, what I should say to everyone at home, like, we had this idea because you and I were having a conversation, like, literally last week or a week and a half ago, and so that kind of came up in the conversation. So I really want to thank you for even helping to, like, have us even create this space. So that definitely, from our conversation, it's clear that there needs to be more TQPOC spaces to spit poems.
Yeah, but this is awesome. I'm glad it's working out.
Yeah, we'll hope
Finally.
doing it again soon.
Okay, so I'm gonna get off of the chat now, right?
Yeah, yep. And
All
we're
right.
gonna open it
I'll
for
be
our next
watching.
open mic.
Alright,
Good
cool.
stuff. All right. And so next up, so if C has found their way to the Google Hangout, we can invite up C. If C has not, then I'm going to, looking at who's interacting and stuff like that, I'm going to ask Grace and Nicole, can y'all log on to the video chat? That might be our next open micers. And so again, if anyone has problems logging into the system, by all means, just message us. I'm sitting here as people are, you know, as we're kind of going back and forth. So we're also checking the inbox to make sure that people are okay. Yeah. And so if anyone, okay. And so as we wait for folks to sort of log in for the next open micer, V, would you mind blessing us with another piece?
Yeah, sure. Let's see.
He's like, I didn't know I was going to do two polls right now, but here you are. Because everyone's working out their technique.
Let me check. Let me see how people are feeling on here. Who's feeling what? Are we in the mood to laugh? Are we in the mood to feel some stuff? What's going on? What's the vibe? Somebody type in your responses in the chat.
I mean, selfishly, because you can hear me and you can't hear everybody else. I want to hear. I want to laugh a little bit.
Laugh. You want me to be looking at everyone that I've been doing?
Some kind of mic thing just happened. I don't know what that was.
I don't know. My hair or something, I think. Yes, my hair is touching the microphone. Okay, it looks like everybody wants to laugh. All right. I got to do as you wish. That's cool. I appreciate that. Okay. So it looks like the poem that I'm going to do is the poem that I've been doing for a while. Really cool. So just show of hands on this YouTube thing. How many Drake fans we got in the how many Drake fans we got on the feed right now? Do we like Drake? Are we seeing? Yes? Let me see. How we doing? All right, we got a couple fans. Okay. Drake is Bay. Okay. Nice. Yes. Okay. Hotline bling. Bless. All right. Fan is relative. Okay. All right. So some of y'all are gonna like me after this poem. Some of y'all are not gonna like me after this poem. So Drake, as somebody already mentioned, did a poem called Hotline Bling. Did a track called Hotline Bling a little while ago, and it had me feeling some kind of way. So I wrote Drake a poem, kind of like a poetic open letter. And this, so this is called Hotline Bling Breakdown. I'm getting to some character for this one. I used to watch you on Degrassi. Late night it was on reruns. You say that you were gangster, but you originate from Canada. See, I know when the hotline bling, here comes that misogyny. Yeah. I know when the hotline bling. Yeah. Here comes that hypocrisy. Oh, Aubrey. Can I call you Aubrey? You know, you spitting bars like that you can never get behind, like bars you never been behind, like style that needs to ride a pony before it can be genuine. I mean, when you hit the Hotline Bling version of the Quan on national TV, it still didn't change your status, Aubrey. Spitting bars about how you started from the bottom, but the bottom still sits in the upper middle echelon because both parents have bank and baby was a superstar. So what's the bottom look like to you? The time between your royalties as an actor and your first album, an album that fit the framework of teaching that education was unimportant if the money could come anyway, because you know, taught out here for a pimp when you're an upper middle class Canadian. Spitting bars you can never get behind, and it doesn't seem to cross anyone's mind, but it crossed mine. As I listened to another anthem about these young wild girls who never know they're beautiful unless, of course, a man tells them that they are. But then beauty was never the problem, was it? The problem was that beauty wasn't going to wait while you went beast on tour, so she started wearing less and going out more, hanging with some girls you never seen before. Could it be that you never seen them because you never had an intention to sleep with them, or is that not fitting of your good guy persona? You know, the one where you're a thug on the screen but a lover in the sheets because you've been lifting some weights on and off for a few weeks, and I'll be honest, the beat was sweet. I mean, clearly it had you moving your feet. But if we ever met on the dance floor, I'd suggest you let me lead so I can show you how to experience true black femininity, one that is not dependent on a man's consent to be existent. I mean, clearly, with moves like that, you must love bass choreography. But I don't think you remember the lyrics clearly because I thought I heard them state, if you like the thing, you should have put a ring on it. If you like the thing, you should have put a ring on it. But you, instead, tried to pass off cuffs as jewelry. Spending money on shows and at the bar and not on women that you lament over not committing to while they move on from the Don Juan that you claim to be, Don John, a.k.a. Drake, a.k.a. Aubrey, the dancing machine that gets mad at the phone when she got another man, so you gotta call Tyrone. But Erica got you barred, ooh, because you did not do your math. A 1, 2, 3. Damn. Y'all feel that? It's a sign that women and femmes are not trophies meant to be sitting on your shelf waiting on that hotline bling because we know it only means one thing. You know, I'm so confused, Aubrey. I'm so confused, Aubrey. I mean, if you're writing all these bars about how she the best, she the best, she the best, she the best, she the best you ever had, the best you ever had, then why you ain't be there when you should have been? Then get mad when she's got things like a life friend, maybe a job, some ends, going hard in the gym, which is cool until she ain't doing it for you. Right, friend? Stick to acting hard body, and save that beta male shit for 4chan forums and Reddit redundancies because, I mean, ever since you left the city, she had some more fun and lived a life more. Didn't spend the time waiting by the door. Maybe you should think about your rhymes more. I used to watch you on Degrassi, you know, back when I was a kid. But when it came to growing up, I guess out of the two of us, I was the only one that did.
But talk about how we played over the pole. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. Okay.
Thank you guys. Like... Thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you, Vita, for that.
Somebody said Vita.
I still be listening to that song sometimes, but I appreciate that, Vita.
I still listen to that song sometimes.
Yes. So it looks like we have a few more open micers kind of coming up to the mic. So I'm going to unmute y'all for a second because I want to figure out who we all have. So I know, Melissa, we got you. Oops. I'm trying to unmute people just to see if we can talk to. Okay. So I think, oh, it's great. Hey! Hi! Okay. So I was like, I know these people. Okay, so what we're gonna do next? Actually, can you hold up that sign again for a second? Because I'm trying to figure out. I don't know why I said that. I can't even. Okay. Oh, okay. Sizzle. Okay, Sizzle. All right. So next up on the mic, we're gonna have Melissa. So Melissa, I'm gonna unmute you now. So you're gonna be unmuted. Or did you mute yourself already? Did you? Melissa, are you unmuted? Okay, now you're unmuted.
Is it good?
Okay. All right.
Is this thing on?
Yeah, it is on now, so we can hear you now. So, so after Melissa, Sizzle, we're gonna have you next, and then Grace, you're gonna go after that. Does that work for everybody? Okay. So I appreciate y'all dealing with us, like rearranging the schedule a little bit. You know, everybody working on this technology piece. You know, it's not my skill. It's not our skill. So we appreciate y'all. So next up to the mic, we're gonna have Melissa.
Oh my God. Hello. All right, I'm gonna read a poem. So here it goes. It's called Drowning. So Trigger warning, suicide? Probably. So this is what drowning feels like. It's like waking up 6 feet under, grabbing your own wrists, feeling under the scars, checking your own pulse, some familiar rhythm to assure yourself that this isn't it. You haven't died yet. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm elated or upset about it. Drowning is your own blood rushing to your ears, a heartbeat pounding so loud when you swore that that organ in your chest couldn't do anything but hurt. Drowning is being terribly in love with what you need to live, all while knowing every time it breathes that it's slowly killing you. I don't need water to drown. It's in skin, glowing beads of sweat. It's in tears, salty pools around my eyelids. It's in your mouth, where my own tongue can't even measure your depths. It's in the middle of the night when the air hangs, heavy on quiet moisture, pressuring me, 30,000 leagues under these sheets, reminding me I never learned how to swim.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
I'm so excited about these jobs. So ridiculously excited. Okay.
Yo, that was dope.
That was dope as hell.
Thank you so
So I have to tell y'all. I've been having some chronic pain for this last week, and so I told B like, oh, I can't do any poems tonight because I'm so like I'm in so much pain, stuff like that. Y'all like taking all that pain away today. I'm like, I feel better in my spirit.
So that means you go spit a poem?
We're gonna get poems from me later. And so right now, and so I'm looking at these. So I'm not sure what's up right now with the camera situation. I'm gonna ask Grace and y'all if y'all could log out and log back in. On my screen are the primary video, and I'm not sure why. But because next up we're gonna pick that up. So again, thank you so much, Melissa. Sizzle, you didn't have to vlog. I don't know where Sizzle just went. Sizzle, I need you to come back.
Come back. Come back.
It was here. Melissa, do you have any other pieces? You still have like another minute or two if you would like to spit another piece.
Yeah, I'll do another one. Okay.
Okay. So I'm sorry. So Sizzle, if you're still watching, like if you could log back in because I was putting you on next, which is Okay, so I see. Okay, and so next up again we have Melissa.
Okay. This one's called Love Letter. All right. So trigger warning, dysphoria. I was writing you a letter, and as my fingers stirred, making sense of the words in my head, I tried to describe dysphoria, and I wrote symphonic instead. Maybe it was no mistake that your soul was put in a body so small because the universe couldn't fathom your depth, just like it's no accident that you and I were made to find each other. All I know is that even on the days you can't look at yourself in the mirror, I touch your skin and I hear music, bursting out of your cells, imprisoned in a vessel that no ocean on this earth could carry. You carry the weight of the world on your back, the body of a girl you were never supposed to change. Your chest throbs with the angry heart of a girl you were supposed to love. You carry your father's coldness and your mother's sharp tongue. A child born from fire and ice, a phoenix rising from cigarette ash, skin ablaze like whiskey on a flame. What you've become, my love, truly a sight to see. You, my love, are an absolute masterpiece, art and skin. There are melodies that reverberate off of your bones in the hollows of your body that you've been digging to bury all the parts of yourself that you are not, to make room for all that you are. And even though you may not be able to yet, someday you'll see music spelled out where scars used to be. You have a metronome for a heartbeat, and the blood running through your veins is a living symphony.
Yes. Good stuff.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Melissa. Yes. And I'm sorry. And how do you pronounce your last name again?
Monier.
Monier. Okay. So good stuff. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks.
Yay. Next up, so I'm trying to see if Sizzle came back online. Sizzle, where you at? So I don't see Sizzle, so I'm assuming Sizzle will log back on in a second. But so Sizzle's not here right now. We're gonna move on to you, Grace.
Yo!
And so, I'm gonna mute you.
Okay. Is this stuff working now? Because I am not tech in tune either.
Yeah, we hear you and see you just fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Do you need headphones?
okay. We have like 3 different devices hanging out, trying to figure out. Not kidding. Okay. But yeah, so Natalie is here also and can probably hop on and go whenever. She's super excited to meet all of y'all.
What's that?
Okay. So I have one about like 3-minute poem. So some haikus. Stuff that maybe y'all have heard before.
Yes.
Underneath it all, there are undiscovered rainbows and arrows too. Exploited, tokened, I have so many blank friends. White guilt processed. Check. And I think the last haiku. Wonder if I stop using pronouns, will people start speaking grace more? Okay, and in this poem, I've shared it before, but I will been trying to workshop it. It's called I Am From. I am from Grace, Tori Kristen Nichols, Grace Lisbog Miraflor. I am from the Philippines, Heidelberg, Germany, and nowhere at all. I am from chamomile and glühwein, sweet roasted almonds and patchouli, blueberry bagels toasted by girlfriends who stay. I am from pizza and beer, sweet white wine, face-melting hot Thai food, and not anything from the sea. I am from my birth mom, my adoptive mom, my twin brother, my 200 white friends and family members, and my soccer team. I am from safety, both external and internal, from classrooms without metal detectors, from seeing myself in a textbook, from where our scores on our tests don't produce our prison beds, where our skin, status, and size aren't death sentences, where no one looks down on flipping burgers or turning tricks or staying quiet because there's nothing undignified about simply surviving. I am from a culture that uplifts you if you were born a sex that doesn't match your head or your heart, or if you are an educator who believes in the power of art. From a country that welcomes you if you were brought here by people who believed in an American dream, where the presence of Obama and Oprah don't justify boys being shot in hoodies while black. From a place where people remember their common humanity not only before they shoot, but before they speak, where we got more than tweets protecting us in the streets. I am from justice in my own body, feeling comfortable in my own skin, where joy is not foreboding, and I can revel in a moment of peace, and I can sing without my throat being tight, not anticipating the next moment I'm sent into flight or fight. I am from a place where the hatred thrown with the word faggot burned with the bundle of sticks, where the reclamation of oppressive words is not a thing, where folks have the sense to know how hearing retarded stings. I am from erased and embraced gender when needed. I am from lovers who are never secret. I am from a place where we don't have to break hearts to open them. Which shores must these icy waves meet to melt, to make the rise and fall less cold and cumbersome? The pull of the moon shimmer, sing softly to the sun, dissolving the echoless clay of a splintered self. And when our hearts are broken, we listen, that the shattering of one mother's heart sings the same sorrow of another, that both the murdered and murderer are always someone's son or brother. Listen. I am from hearing heartbeats under brokenness, from seeking solution even when it hurts. I am from reconnecting, from believing in ourselves and in each other. I am from the womb of our mother. I am from Grace.
Yes, yes. So
Thank
much,
you.
yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Beautiful. That was amazing.
So next up, well, we're having some few open micers logging in right now. Natalie Sharp, would you like to go next?
That's me.
Yeah. That is you. That's totally you.
Return to
So
the
next to the mic and to the screen, we got Natalie Sharp.
Woo! Welcome.
My first poem is called Edgar. My grandfather's death certificate cites liver failure, and I imagine that organ gone black like night, like coal, like magic. But I think he really perished from cirrhosis of the soul, suffering under the psychological toll of growing up both smart and black in a world that prefers to shackle us to the first floor of a skyscraper of opportunity. Believe me when I say there are entire clusters of people that have never seen an elephant but know exactly what his bones crack like when you break him, are familiar with the scent of tears on withered skin, know better than anyone else that if you saw what they'd seen, you'd be praying to forget. Know this. My words are not absolution for brutal men and women. My family is full of handsome alcoholics, guilt-tongued abusers, beautiful narcissists. We are people with problems, but expected to be perfect to prove our humanity. The truth is, we are as sad as we are smart, and I've seen my mother's father's eyes, that hazel stare that says, you kept us poor, then started wars and gave us guns, said, do you love us? Prove it. Shoot someone. I wonder if my grandmother cried as her skin darkened with age, her back blackening like night, like coal, like magic is something we had to learn to trust wordlessly to keep bringing little black babies into this world. I've never wanted to be a mother, knowing I could only make a child doomed to dangle over the gaping mouth of a lion. My mama used to read to me in the womb, told me at 22 I used to think there was something special about me. Natalie, I used to think there was something special about me, and now I think that something was you. The truth is, I'm as sad as I am smart, and I hope I'm not doomed to a black liver because I have a black soul. I hope I inherited the deep, wide night of my grandmother's mind, my mother's heart like a coal-lit fire, and enough intergenerational black magic to do something more than survive.
Man, okay. Like,
How much time do I have? Can I do one?
Yeah, you definitely have time to do another piece.
yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
This one, there's trigger warning. Let's see. Religious stuff, suicide, and depression. To Nurse Gwen at River Edge, June 24th. I wear the weight of emotional burdens in my hips and heels, my gait, but that wasn't enough for you. I guess I should have worn black from top to toenails, since a girl in a yellow dress can't possibly be awoken by the threat of what she'd do to herself, eyes wet in sleep and in waking, if only she had no responsibilities and the means. You scoffed at me, chose to humiliate me into answering your questions. Yes, I had a plan, but not a timeline. And you decided it was worth it to call in a second nurse and hit me with the barrage. What are you so down on yourself about? You have so much to live for. You have so much to live for. You have so much to live for. And all I hear is you've got another 60 years of this shit. Fighting yourself. So forgive me if I'm feeling less than forthcoming when you've got a needle in my arm, drawing blood, and ask, do you believe in God? I look away, inform you that religion is a location of past trauma for me, so we could not do this, and you, so earnest, sucking me dry to fill up that second vial, say, that's the problem. Give God another try. Gwen, I do not deny you your right to believe. But when I come to a mental health facility seeking medication, not a sermon, understanding, diagnosis, not attempts to guilt me into surviving when you know nothing of my life, and I know that shame and guilt are terrible reasons to stay alive. I seethed for 3 days after my encounter with you, but Gwen, I want you to know that God looks different for me, looks more like hefting my brown breasts in the bathroom mirror and one day learning to love them, tastes like soft brown coffee prepared by a lover who quietly reminds me to take my meds, shivers through the dawn like the first day I wake up, breathe deep, and realize I don't want to die.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for that. So
Yo,
much beautiful pieces. Yes.
that was
Uh,
phenomenal.
Thank you. Thank you for making the time. It's awesome.
This is the best ever.
and so hopefully we can get our technology stuff together. Me and Vita will be doing this more often.
That was
so we
that
can.
was me. That was me. Totally me. I,
No,
I,
it's both of us. Oh goodness. So I know next up we have I think Tanisha Nicole, who's going to be logging on in a second. I'm trying to see where Tanisha Nicole is. Ba, 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 ba.
you want to spell like a haiku real quick while we're waiting on people to come
Yeah, I'm
up?
trying to figure out. So my the video piece on mine, I don't know why it's like doing this weird smaller, bigger thing. I don't know what's happening. But so I can spit a quick poem. Yeah.
Yeah, all right, cool. Well, in that case, let's bring J Mace the third to the stage. Let's get some snaps, some claps. Woo! Coming to the
Yeah.
stage, J
Okay.
Mace the third.
Marcus, is it like a dark screen when you're looking at it? Is it dark when you're looking at it, V?
I mean, it's good right now. I see you just fine.
Okay, you see me on the big screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so maybe it's my weird computer. So I'm sorry, y'all. I have weird computer issues. Okay, so my only trigger warning for this piece is that it deals with white supremacy. So that's what we're going to deal with. Yeah, okay. And so this is a poem that I think some of the folks watching have heard before called, I mean, some of the and I do have had like a regular poetry chat with. This is a poem called White People Dancing in Their Natural Habitat, because that's what I'm thinking about right now. So this is a poem dedicated to white tears and to offbeat, awkward dancing that is unashamed of how much space it can truly take up. This poem is white. White like paper, white like the police officers watching the way I walk, white like university presidents, white like mayonnaise, white like the cast of Friends, white like bleach, white like appropriating slang from neighborhoods that it never even want to touch, white like a gay pride parade in Salt Lake City, white like I just wanted to play devil's advocate for a second. This poem is Snow White. It quotes Disney movies and loves it some damn Miley Cyrus. This poem wants you to teach it how to twerk. This poem has once dated a black person and wants you to know it, especially after it started sentences with phrases like, not to be racist, but this poem has a job at Bank of America with a 401k and thinks you need to pay for your own damn health care, even though my black ancestors paid for the building that its office sits in with their lives. This poem wants to move to the city to rebel, but will move back to the suburbs when it starts making little haikus. This poem holds its arms up to blue ink after it taking vacations on colonized land and says, look, I'm almost as dark as you. This poem just took a gap year. This poem shares YouTube videos of Jon Stewart talking about race because white boys talking about race are the only experts on race this poem will recognize. This poem is a Democrat, but has a few Republican friends just to be diverse. This poem loves the word diverse. This poem gets lonely because it's not sure if it has a culture. This poem takes no responsibility for your oppression. It's not this poem's fault that it was made on high-grade paper. This poem is vanilla, without all the complications of the middle passage that put that extract in your grandma's favorite recipe. This poem is Bugs Bunny circa 1965. This poem is deeply invested in anti-racism unless it means it doesn't get to be in charge. This poem wants to talk to you about its pain because it's like hard to be oppressive. This poem thinks Rachel Dolezal is a national treasure. This poem will want to process its feelings with you later after this poet is done. This poem refuses to acknowledge the color of the ivory-colored paper that it's printed on. This poem agrees with your politics, but not your tactics. This poem wants you to know that hashtag all stanzas matter, and that we are all really just poems, whether we are sonnets or slam. It has a Bernie Sanders brand necktie and a Hillary Clinton decoupage on its nightstand. This poem is so white, it knows what decoupage means and believes that, yes, we can change the world, one poem at a time, as long as white poems with the right politics get to hit the stage first. Okay. Okay, so that's it for my piece for right now. And it looks like we have Nicole just joining us. And who else is
Cool.
okay?
I think there's C here as well.
Joined us as well. Okay, so up next we're gonna have Tanisha Nicole. After Tanisha Nicole, we're going to have C. And so coming up to the stage right now, what you got, Tanisha?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Nicole?
Nicole, I believe yourself is muted.
Unmute yourself.
I'm trying to.
There we go.
So now we got you. We got you.
I'm also not tech savvy. It's fine.
Take a number, apparently, yo. Like, this is not.
Can y'all see and hear me? Are we good? No. Yes. No. I'm so confused. What's happening?
Sorry, you're totally good. You're totally good. We just we mute ourselves when y'all are speaking so that we can just hear the loveliness of your voice and everything. But your face and your voice are all good on the screen. Yeah?
That's cool, because I have no idea what's going on my screen at all.
Okay. Well, we see you. And
okay,
we can't wait.
You see me, that's all that matters.
We're excited about that. So praise all the poetry gods. We got your poem.
All right. I'm going to do a new poem. And the trigger warnings will be oppression, racial injustice, fatigue, and violence. This morning, I contemplated calling into work. Had the number dialed, all I needed to do was press send, but I didn't know what I'd give as my reason. When you call into a job, it's usually because you have a fever, cold, the flu, feel so fatigued it hurts to move. I can't tell my boss I am sick of being black. Can't tell her I won't be in today because there's another Trayvon, Charleston, Ferguson in my news feed. I can't tell her that I didn't sleep well because the day after a Yik Yak user posted they were going to stand their ground and shoot every black person they see, there was a man on my campus wearing a trench coat and mask while carrying a briefcase, and that I spent the entirety of my stats class playing out various scenes in which a man I did not know opened fire and I was the target. Or maybe, since I'm half white, I would have just been practiced before he found his population of my black brothers and sisters to take. To her, this isn't a family emergency. The migraine from crying when I know all too well my survival depends on my ability to assimilate, and even then maybe that's not enough to keep this burnt sienna skin above ground isn't a fever. Rising body counts and news headlines don't constitute, as doctors note, racial fatigue isn't viewed as an acceptable reason to need a shift covered. I do not know how to tell someone that half of me is hurting so bad I need to call in black. There is no justifiable way to take the day off to grieve and mourn with the rest of my community when everyone else sees black as this pre-existing condition, no cure for the pain. Thank you.
Yes, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff.
Sad.
So, did you have another poem you wanted to also read, or do you want to hold off on that for another time?
I can do another poem.
Okay, we would love to have you spit another poem, and then we'll get to see right after you.
Sounds good to
Bars.
me.
Okay.
Bars.
Cool.
Bars for days.
Alrighty. So this poem is actually inspired from the workshop that I did with Jamie Smith III and VDE. So yeah. I guess the trigger warning for this is death, the Black Lives Matter movement, and just oppression. We'll go for that. Come celebrate with me that every day something has tried to kill me and has failed. Lucio Clifton. Come celebrate with me, for I have been invited to the party and no longer sit on the outside. The loud room known as oppression traps my ancestors' cries, and the bass as whiteness dances around me. But I should celebrate because at least I made it onto the list this time. You know the list I'm talking about, right? No, not the one with guests expected to attend, the other one, the list of entertainers. because our pain makes for a better show. My trauma, a great story. Come celebrate with me that today my anger only perpetuated a stereotype and didn't result in a headline. Celebrate that today I saw at least one other person who looks like me. Celebrate that I have progressive friends that don't see color, friends that think hashtag All Lives Matter has a better ring to it because they do not understand that not all lives are being targeted. Because to them we're all human and shouldn't be labeled. Celebrate that I am not on the list of black and brown bodies that didn't make it to this party. The one where names are being added every day that will never be read aloud. Celebrate that today somebody said my name without a hashtag in front of it. Even if it was just to let me know I was on deck to perform, that the whiteness around me will be watching, waiting for me to make my one wrong move. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. So one more internet applause for Keisha Nicole. Yeah.
That was bars. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
So next up to the mic, it looks like we're gonna have C. So C, you ready to spit some poems or music or whatever you want to bless us with today?
Oh, turn up.
Yeah. Can you hear us? I can't hear you right now. Do you have headphones in it or something?
I do not.
There we go.
Oh, wait.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you might also have the YouTube going at the same time or something. There's some kind of like feedback.
1 second.
Okay.
Was that an F sharp or a G? I don't know.
I'm not hip enough for that. I don't know. Oh wait, 1 second. So I think I'm okay. So I muted you for a second because there was like some feedback stuff. Can you I'm trying to see. I'm trying to unmute you really quickly. Now it's not letting me do that. What just happened? Maybe I unmuted the other one. V, can you unmute them?
I'm trying right now. Let me see.
Okay, now the other. Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. So can you? And so I think we're ready for you. Yeah. Oh wait, now it's not doing something.
Wait, what happened? No,
Wait,
no.
it's not doing something. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. Hold on 1 more second. Hold on 1 more second. Sorry, we're having fun technology. So everyone say yay technology. Praise God. B, can you do you see how to do that?
Yo, I don't even know what's happening right now. Real talk. Hang on.
So I think there was two. So C, it looks like so on my screen.
Are you logged into two different things
Yeah,
at
it
the
looks
same
like
time?
you're logged into two things at once. So if you can log out of one of those or close one of those, because it's like there's a double echo sort of sound. Okay, so I think that's good. So C, okay, so C, I think now we're ready for you. But now we can't hear you.
Wait. All right, now go.
You can hear me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes! Awesome. Okay, so my name is C, and I want to play a song for you. This song, trigger warnings. It mentions suicide, but it's actually a very positive song, so, you know, just putting it out there. The song is called Sunday. I almost killed myself on Sunday. I didn't see the point in living anymore. I went to see my friends on Sunday. They got it at a place I always feel at home. And I said, hello, my friends. You look sad, let me cheer you up. We will sing, we will dance, we will talk of the past to all. Sometimes you see my world is shrinking and my life is getting really out of hand. But then I hear you say you love me and I feel much better when you hold my hand. I want to show you who I am, cause if you know me, you'll do the things you do. I laugh, I cry, I dream, I hope to find a home in other worlds just like you. I almost killed myself on Sunday, and here I was with my new looks and my new name. I went to say goodbye on Sunday, but suddenly my pain was gone, as was my shame. Time's easy to get by when we have people by your side. We can sing, we can dance and forget what has passed. Oh. Sometimes I see my world is shrinking and my life is getting really out of hand. But then I hear you say you love me and I feel much better when you hold my hand. I want to show you who I am, cause if you know me, you'll do the things you do. I laugh, I cry, I dream, I hope to find a home in other worlds than just like you. Sometimes I see my world is shrinking and my life is getting really out of hand. But then I hear you say you love me and I feel much better when you hold my hand. I want to show you who I am, cause if you know me, you'll do the things you do. I laugh, I cry, I dream, I hope to find a home in other worlds than just like you. I almost killed myself on Sunday, I heard the voices screaming in my mind. It feels good, it feels good, it feels good, it feels good to be alive. It feels good, it feels good, it feels good, it feels good to be alive. It feels good, it feels good, it feels good, it feels good to be alive. It feels good, it feels good, it feels good, it feels good to be alive. It feels good, it feels good, it feels good, it feels good to be alive. It feels good, it feels good, it feels good, it feels good to be alive. It feels good, it feels good, it feels good, it feels good to be alive. It feels good, it feels good, it feels good, it feels good to be alive. I almost killed myself on Sunday. I'm glad I'm here to see you once again.
Yes.
I was
Yes.
like looking for the lighter, yo. I wanted the lighter.
Yes.
For that. That was beautiful. That was so beautiful.
You
Oh
can
my
check
goodness.
more of my stuff out on imbrownmusic.com. imbrownmusic.com. Thank you. Love
Cool, I'm
you.
gonna put that on there.
You're in Toronto right now?
I am in Toronto right now, and yeah, come visit me. I'll come visit you at some point too.
Hey, come on down. Come on down. We all family now. So yes, thank you. Yes.
Yes, so good.
So please, y'all, go check out C. And we got connected with C through some of our family and friends that love their work over in Canada and over in Toronto. And so we're very appreciative that you came through today. So next up, Sizzle. Sizzle, I believe you are on the mic. So I'm going to unmute you. So I'm going to unmute you if I can figure out this fun technology business.
We got yes. Hmm? Yes.
I think
Mm-hmm.
so. So, do you guys? Are we both clicking at the same time? Is that what's
No,
happening?
I'm not pressing anything.
Okay. So, Sizzle, I think you're unmuted now, right? I can't hear you at all, but I can see your lips moving, and I know you're unmuted. Can you take out your headphones? Maybe without the headphones.
I'm turning up a little bit. That might help.
I don't know if that would help from a different computer.
Well, I know I'm controlling the volume of the entire feed. That's why I'm saying. I don't know.
No, I don't think that works.
I don't know what's going on.
Sizzle, can you hear us? Okay. Maybe if you take out your headphones, it might actually work without your headphones. I don't know if you have a mic on the computer, because if that microphone on the headphones isn't working, it might be just that microphone. Did you unplug them? Oh, I don't know what's happening. You might need to check the settings on your computer. Maybe there's something else muted somewhere. I don't know. Okay. So we're gonna. So I know that another person. So while we're figuring this stuff out, so I know that Yaya McCoy. I know that you were looking to go up next. So Yaya, if you are watching from the magical land of the interwebs, you can log on right now, and we can take you in the next couple of minutes while we're figuring out the technology stuff. Yeah. So while we're figuring out technology. Okay.
Checking out, looking at some reviews that we have going on here of the Wiz, and
yeah. So also, I want to say, like, y'all could have been anywhere on a Thursday night. Y'all could have been watching The Wiz, but y'all joining us, and so we're really appreciative because The Wiz is my favorite musical movie, whatever in life, and so so I know I'm gonna check the rebroadcast, and I'm gonna download it at some point later on tonight. So I really appreciate y'all joining us when we know that there's some other beautiful black and brown brilliance going on elsewhere in the world as well. So
absolutely.
So Sizzle, I want to check it on your mic. How's your mic doing?
Now.
Sizzle. Okay, something's happening over there. Is that Yaya that just logged on? I see another person logged on.
Yeah, I think we got Yaya over here. Say hello if you can. Yaya, if you can hear us, wave or like speak words and stuff.
So I'm still seeing a mute symbol. So I'm trying to unmute. And that's not really working.
We were so close.
So you might be. B, while we're trying to figure this stuff out, what you got for us next?
Well, yeah, okay, I'll do another one. All right, so this poem is. All right, so this poem has a couple trigger warnings. Racial violence, transphobia, violence against trans people. So this is one that I wrote a little while ago that was based on incident where I was hanging out with a friend's babysitter. So this one is called History Books. This morning I played Uno with a 9-year-old. Her adorable chubby face, baby teeth, blue eyes, and sassy speech made me feel nostalgia of a time where life was all about having fun. And summer was about swimming pools and card games instead of protests and hashtags. Where life was more about boys having cooties than men slipping roofies, where my life seemed to go on forever, rather than feeling like the clock is ticking because I'm reaching my 30s. My biology, more like a grenade with a pulled pin. I wonder if her mom fears for her life the way my mom does for mine. I win the first game. Send a smile through my teeth like the biggest lie I've told today. She rolls her eyes asks me to play again. I look at her and her sky blue expression on her peach pale face and say, sure. I wonder if I play because this might be one of the only times this black trans girl will be welcomed by a cisgender white person. She guesses my age. 20. I'm happy to know that as far as she's concerned, I have another 15 years left to live instead of 9. I thank her for the strength of that compliment she doesn't even know exists. I shuffle the cards. Listen to her make fun of babysitter, hear the fluttering of angel wings under my hands, more black bodies sent to heaven. Shot dead in a church by someone who sat through an entire service just to make sure enough of us were lined up for slaughter. I realized this girl, so young, blonde hair shaking side to side whenever she gives me silly looks, this girl wasn't even born when the towers fell. I wonder if she'll read about them in history books. I wonder if she'll read about Charleston, South Carolina 2015 the same way she'll probably read about New York City 2001. 2 terrorist attacks, 14 years apart. Which one will she read about? She wins. Grins. Asks for a tiebreaker to play again. I say sure. Speak, smile, shuffle. More nightmares last night. Speak, smile, shuffle, another genocide on black people. Speak, smile, shuffle, it will be me next. Speak, smile, shuffle, they'll probably throw the one who kills me a parade. Speak, smile, shuffle, more Twitter obituaries. Speak, smile, shuffle, a rainbow flag with an extra splash of red paint. Speak, smile, shuffle, won't make the news. Speak, smile, shuffle, shake. Speak, smile, shuffle, scream. Speak, smile, shuffle, deal. Just deal with it. Just get over it. Stop making it all about race and gender. If they kill me, it will be about race and gender. When they kill us, it's all about race and gender, all about face and gender, all in one place. Life enders aim at our faith. Bloodbenders can't run away. These embers tear up my space. Death senders carry her face. Remember, you are not safe. Game ender. She wins. I smile, shuffle, place the cards back in the deck, shake her hand, say goodbye until we meet again. I wonder if she knows she's a time traveler, a witness to the world's freedom played in reverse. I wonder if she knows that someday she'll only be able to read about me in history books. So that's that one.
Thank you for that. Thank you. So one thing, so I know we have Yaya McCoy on deck. After Yaya, after they go, just to let you know, so we just got some questions in the chat. So if folks, so we had to change it a little bit based on the fun technology stuff that's happening right now. So if you have figured out your Google Hangout stuff, if you could just give us a shout on the actual Facebook page, there's a place in which we put the order on. Just let us know that you're there. You have like your Google Hangout stuff. So right now we're gonna have Yaya go up after that. So I see we see Valentine. Like if you want to go up after that, you are welcome to sign on. We're still waiting for Sizzle to come back, and then we can go from there. So I know El Hatch. Also, I see you kind of hang out a little bit. So if y'all also want to just let us know that you got your Google Hangout and all that kind of fun stuff, then that'll also help us kind of make sure we get everybody on the mic, because we just try to make sure everybody got it figured out. So with that being said, we want to turn the mic over to the amazingly talented Yaya McCoy. I'm going to try to unmute you right now.
Yes.
Let's see if we can do that. So Yaya, I know you know I'm not good at technology, so I know you know that already. Mine is not. Okay. Now, are you unmuted? Can you try to unmute from your side?
As far as I know, Yaya's unmuted on my end. So.
Yaya, did you mute yourself? Oh, now you're unmuted. Yes, I didn't do that at all. That was you.
You did this.
So, can you hear us okay, Yaya?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I can hear you. Yeah, and so you're a little quiet, so just make sure if you turn your microphone up or if you...
I don't know how to do that.
Oh, now you sound better now, so I hear you better now. So I could also turn up my volume on my computer. That could also
Yes.
be a thing that I do because I'm an adult with a computer, and I could probably have done that. So I see L Hatch also on. So L, you're gonna go right afterwards. I see Lucy, or so I'm sorry. So I see Lucy, Lucas Valentine. I see L Hatch. I see Yaya. So we're gonna go Yaya, L, Lucy, Lucas Valentine, and then we'll move on from there. Does that work for everybody?
Word, word.
Yay, okay. So up next to the mic, we got Yaya McCoy. So everyone give an E welcome to Yaya.
Okay, I noticed everybody was doing content warnings. My piece is about white people culture jack-in. That might be triggering for you. It's triggering for me. Okay, it's called Me for Sale. Take my hair. Call it permed. Call it textured. Call it all natural fibers. Make a perfect halo of loose curls on a high yellow model. Take the kink out of every strand my grandma ever slid a hot comb over. Make one product that'll straighten it and another that'll curl it back the right way. Box it in cardboard and put it on the shelf. Sell it back to me. Take my mouth. Call it pouty. Call it collagen. Call it exotic. Make a humbly sized lip coated in volumizing optical illusions. Take out that evolutionary throwback quality that justified our subjugation. Make an incision to bring them down to size and an injection to plump them back up. Suck it in a tube and lay it under glass. Sell it back to me. Take my sound. Call it a revival. Call it rock. Call it world music. Make a commotion over the originality of blue-eyed soul idols redoing decades-old black anthems. Take the struggle out of all the melodies we have bemoaned our passions over. Make the lyrics about middle-class white deisms that we can all relate to. Sell it back to me. Oh, sorry. Record it on wax and slide it into the sleeve. Then sell it back to me. Take my religion. Call it spirituality. Call it Kwanzaa. Call it paying homage. Make a non-denominational altar in honor of all your favorite beliefs. Take away my ancestors and erase the context of every deity we ever invoked and every shrine we ever knelt before. Make the hallowed into fashion accessories and the rights into irrelevant pastimes. Record it on parchment paper and bind it in leather. Sell it back to me. Take my skin. Call it spray tan. Call it ethnic print. Call it fake face. Make a complexion just dark enough that you don't need no melanin to achieve it. Take out that rough midnight that we lost our freedom over. Make a cream that'll bleach off that nasty history and a machine that'll bake it back on clean. Bottle it in a spray can and store it at room temperature. Sell it back to me. Sell the knockoff. Make it sparklier than me. Have it be so good that the original just looks outdated. Call me traditional. Call me unprofessional. Call me oppressed by my own culture. Buy the rights to my existence. Make it palatable for them. Have the look so down they think you invented it. You be creative. You be worldly. You be fashionable. In my brown skin. Okay, so that's it. Can you see it? This is my website. It's thecolorfountain.net if you want to read my stuff. Oh, it's backwards to you guys. I just realized it.
No, we're good. We're good.
Oh, that's it.
It flipped it automatically.
Thecolorfountain.net, so I can read it.
Whatever. It's thecolorfountain.net.
There's two Dr. Fountain, but I'm not going to judge you.
I'm okay, that's it.
Good stuff. Thank you, Yaya. Yes. So up next, I believe, so Ella Hatch, are you still there? I see a little, okay.
Yes.
Okay. So up next, so a face I haven't seen in a long time from the magical land of Philadelphia. I'm so glad you could join us today.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's nice to be seen.
Yes. And so we could give a wonderful welcome to L Hatch.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. So I have two short pieces. Y'all can hear me fine, okay, right? Okay. So the first piece is called My Woes Don't Show on Me, Emotional Part 2. If my metabolism wasn't so fast, my emotions would manifest as adipose rather than prose, and the world would call me fat instead of sad. Sugary sweets and greasy goodness pass through my lips instead of cuts on my wrists. I eat and soothe till food wrappers litter my room and I'm too full to remember why my heart feels so broken. Some binge and purge and I binge to purge the pain of lonely. I binge to purge the pain of only. But it don't show up as adipose. So when those with no prose say I need to eat something, I don't say I'm sad. I say, if you only knew. That's the first piece. And I apologize for the lack of trigger warning on that one. I forgot. My bad.
Oh, good.
So the second piece is a funny one because sometimes we need to hear some funny shit. So this piece is called One Leg and Foot at a Time. I can never find pants that fit. My thighs be big and my waist be small. I want to buy a large since I'm tall, but a gap in the waist is left by my ass. And it's ass, because if I buy a small, my ankles will be more bare than a baby's ass. Alas, H&M, European cuts, I've struck gold. Except European designers never conceived of this thickness in those jeans, so my ass be busting at the seams. Can't walk down the street without hoots and screams when all I want, damn it, is pants that fit. The Bible said, be ye holy, but I doubt the good book was talking about socks. Laundry day becomes doomsday for my podiatric sheaths, eating my good socks one sad strand at a time. Holes gaping like open, laughing mouths, cackling at my lack of a matching pair. And it isn't fair that the one day I have to take my shoes off in public is when I'm wearing holy socks. When I wake up late and have to find something to wear when there's nothing there, my drawers look like Judgment Day. Thank you.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yes. Good stuff. Yes.
Yo, y'all killing me with these poems. I love it. It's super dope. Thank y'all so.
Yeah. Oops. You okay, V over there? Was that my frozen? Okay. I'm not seeing anything. Lucy, can you hear me okay? Okay, Lucy, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I think V had to log off for a second. Okay. So I was like, is that my technology?
I'm getting back in.
Wait for it.
She's gonna be coming up right about now. Hopefully. I can't see her yet. Is she here? Oh,
Okay.
there she is. Great.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Okay, so everyone's good now?
Everyone's good. Well, as far as
More or less.
for basic concepts of time. I don't know.
Okay. All right, so Valentine, we got you up next. So you ready to spit some stuff for us?
Sure. Can everybody see me and hear me?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep, we can
great.
visually hear you.
Okay, cool. Headphones not doing anything. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna try to do 2 pieces. The first one is a trigger warning for suicide, death, cutting, eating issues, and depression. Somewhere in a recess nobody could hurt, I prayed the cold from the open window would be a feeling. Maybe wind could trigger memories, and maybe it would snap me like a bone jumping, burned back into place. Maybe frostbite turned blue would be my way out. You thought I was going to die last night. I had plans I couldn't find spoons to carry out in the end. I gave up then. Not even good enough to die. You thought I was going last night. I was shocked that anybody actually paid attention, except you're not a body. This is Dementor's shade. This is cloaks, daggers, and spells of neglect. I need to jail you for crimes against your loving host. I haven't showered in a month. The only time I eat is at work. On my days off, I hide, and after moving my joints in all the wrong places for money, I stay up till 2 a.m. watching TV with white people whose concerns of appearances make me feel sane, and I hide. My room is a bed with snapping springs, closet, and chair. My 7 boxes holding what I own and puzzles, and my jewelry lives in the tops of storage bins, and I never bought furniture because I couldn't keep up with living. I'm too tired. I give up. How much did I try? But measureless. This isn't a poem anymore. Ain't no letter because nobody's reading it back. I'm not eating. And I'm thinking of ways to beat the scars deeper into my skin. Maybe I can cut a few inches deeper. How close can I get to the right without anybody finding out? Will anybody guess the sustenance I'm about to hew is my own child? Dig a hole in my side as wide as the moon, but why can't I remember how I did this the last time? When I sit at the window, not yet feeling the wind and wondering when it could kill me, hiding in smoke, I think I wanted my throat to look how I feel. I wonder if it's black yet, crusted with the broken air of drought, cracking open with the transparency of the smoke sickness. Apparently there isn't enough ash in the world, so I left it open, because now the rain was coming in, and maybe I would drown instead. Thank you. If I have time, I'm going to do one more that doesn't need trigger warnings. There's flowers in it, which doesn't always mean it doesn't need trigger warnings. But there's flowers, and it doesn't need trigger warnings, so that's cool.
Can you? Is it possible for you to turn up?
Guess where the setting came from, and it's called When They Ask What Happened.
Is it possible? So I'm not. For some reason, I'm not seeing you on my screen. Maybe
Brought
that's.
some flowers in a wicker basket. Little sun petals circling flat black holes at the country house that was left for them to rebuild past the hate of their fathers, past the rage of their husbands and the regulations of their brothers. Big open rooms. At all times of the day. I came to find some questions for myself, but my throat felt like a needle and flicked like the stem of a metronome, thinner and
Okay. Did we just lose Valentine?
sounds and lovers and healers and friends for you to discover. All you ever have to do is look. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Good
I
stuff.
can't hear anything,
So much.
so
I'm not-
hopefully.
Can't hear anything either.
Well, that's helpful at this stage in life.
So I can.
I
So I
think we got it. I think it went through.
So I think there's like
But
some kind of
I
lag.
don't know what's going on here.
I'm gonna smoke some weed now, probably. Very much. Very.
Well, you might want to put yourself on mute then.
I'm not gonna.
Okay. So there's some, can y'all hear me?
Hello, everyone. We are back. I'm trying to figure out where Jay Mace went. It seems like he has disappeared somewhere. Jay Mace, can you hear me? Ah, Jay Mace is gone. All right, cool. So I guess we need to figure out who's on deck. Do we have anyone left? I'm looking at this. There's thing.
Lots of people left. Okay.
All right. Well, looking on some links here. This is some pretty amazing stuff that's happening tonight. You know, just again want to thank all y'all for being here. This has been a very phenomenal experience we have going on so far. And like once we figure out all this glitchy stuff, then this can be a lot smoother across the board. So yes. Now I'm trying to figure out where J Mace III is, but while we're doing that, we'll figure out figure out who's on deck. I'm looking for the list. All right. See, Sizzle, did we ever figure out the situation? What's up? With that, Sizzle, if you want to try to pop in here, let's see how you're doing.
Okay, so can y'all hear me?
Okay, J Mace III is back, but you're muted. I don't know. Like you're really quiet.
What just happened?
Unmute yourself or something.
I'm not muted. I'm not.
I see you panicking, but I can't hear anything you're saying.
Is it on your side?
What?
Because I can hear you.
I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
You can hear me fine. Okay, but I can't. All right, let me try this. Turn you up some. I don't know. Hang on. You muted. Now you're unmuted. Technical difficulties, y'all. Stay with me. That's. Oh, your pouty face is so cute. Oh, I can't hear you now. Oh, what's going on?
Someone else says they can hear me.
I don't know.
Someone else said they can hear me. So can y'all hear me on the YouTube? Yeah, so other people on YouTube can hear me. So I don't know what's up. So it's not so that's something on the now I can't hear you at all, but wait, say it again. You can hear me?
This is okay. No, I can't
I can hear you.
I still can't. No. Still.
Well, I don't know what to say. Can you so what I'm going to say to everyone out there in Cyberland, if you are someone who signed up for a spot, I saw Nicole Acosta. I saw TQPOC Poetry just adjusted my. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? No. But so Nicole Acosta, I saw that you wanted to get on a spot, so we still can have like a couple more people.
Okay, that's weird.
Approaching about 10 o'clock at night. So, or 10 o'clock on the Eastern Standard Time. So feel free to like jump in if you would like to. Oops, and we'll figure out our sound stuff behind the scenes while someone else is spitting. So does anyone else still want to go?
Okay, well, I can hear you now.
You can hear me now, but it sounds like there's like an echo because you have the YouTube open.
Let me. Oh, the YouTube's muted.
Okay. Well, you can hear me now, though.
Yes.
Okay, so we're good. Okay, so so if anyone else that hasn't gone that would like to go, we have space for like 1 or 2 more people, and then we're gonna close up because it is about that 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and so I don't know about everybody else, but I'm usually in bed by 10 o'clock. This is my bedtime right now. because I'm corny like that, because that's where my life leads me. But do we have any other people that did not get to go that would like to go?
Ooh, somebody's got a sexy one?
Got a sexy what? Natalie Sharp got a sexy what? You got a sexy poem? Like, what is that? So, Natalie Sharp, if you would like to share your sexy poem or whatever your sexy one of whatever it might be, you can feel free to log into the Google Hangout. So, Nicole, if you go into the event page and you go into, there's a link for performers. It's a Google Hangouts link. If you're logged into your Google account, you can click that link and it will take you directly into the video chat.
I just
So
realized
you
I can also just like do this.
Do what?
I can put the link right here.
Oh, that's also a fun thing. So, so VDE just put the link right on the YouTube page. I feel like on the, yeah. So I keep seeing myself doing these weird things on the YouTube while I'm watching simultaneously with Google Hangouts.
There's like a 2-second delay or something like that.
Okay, so I know Natalie Sharp is logging on, and Nicole Acosta, if you want to log on as well to share a piece and all your brilliance. Apparently you're in Portland today, so about that at some point. But yeah, so Natalie Sharp has just rejoined us, so we're coming back to the mic, Natalie Sharp. And again, if there's any other people aside Natalie and Nicole, if there's one other person that has not been on the mic tonight and is like, if I do not do this, my life will be over because I really want to be around some TQPOC brilliance, please log on. We want everyone to get heard. That's why we're doing this. We want you to get heard. We want to hear that poem on your heart. But again, I'm going to stop talking. Back up to the mic. Back up to the mic. We're going to unmute the magical, or Natalie, you have yourself muted? Did you mute yourself?
I'm now.
There.
Okay, you're unmuted now. Okay, so I'm going to mute myself, and we're going to welcome you to the stage.
Woo! Trying to figure my life out too. All right. This is a brief account of my behavior as inspired by I think it's Terry Jewell, has this awesome poem in Does Your Mama Know, an anthology of Black lesbian coming out stories. It's everything. Oh my God. I am from a white twin bed in a yellow room. Oh my God, trigger warnings. Sorry. So there is some sexual violence, incest, and addiction. Okay. I am from a white twin bed in a yellow room where my legs have long since grown past the baseboard. I am from my stepbrother's gentle knocks, from open-eyed kisses during The Incredibles, and wetness in the crotch of my polyester pajamas. I am from overcompensation, letting Ethan Stevens finger me on the way to a Quiz Bowl competition and attending the same college as his girlfriend 2 years later. I am from acrid bile in my teeth, the flavor of dying grass and gunmetal sky after the first time my mother invites a threat into our home. I am from magic summers punctured through with rejection, with we can't have sex anymore, and Natalie Sharp is no longer one of Jehovah's Witnesses. I am from panic attacks after orgasms and begging you to tell me to relax, and you're obliging relax. I am from sobbing in doggy, remembering the force of a man slamming into me and not one ever stopping to check. I am from letting you be a distant brother, now that I'm gay and you're married. I am from your acquiescence, trying to fuck you into loving me back. I knew, kissing your surprised lips over breakfast, we'd never be anything. I am from quiet intimations of HPV and cheating in the library, from weed smoke and vomit and desperation. I am from being paid twice, burning counterfeit bills in the kitchen sink, applying for credit limit increases while my roommate asks God to provide for once. I am from addictions to liquor and love, my mother's broken toes and my father's grave. I am from lying on the floor of the Bell hallway talking about porn, wishing you'd just kiss me. You never did. I am from a German bar in a southern town and a blue-eyed barista pushing her mouth against mine, breathing Hefeweizen and home fries from between her twin lip rings. I am from a newfound thing for lip rings and soft breasts in my palms. I am from shroom trips and praying you'd ask me to stay even though we're both nearly atheist. I am from Pueo, pay attention, and your pussy leaving me whole, gasping, I am from not born when I met you, not dead if you leave, self-fulfilling prophecy, so much talking, and consistently good sex. I am from the intimacy of taboo, your thumb in my ass while I ride you, watching a wrist tattoo disappear inside me, fucking in front of strangers and soaking a foreign blanket in cum. I am from finally focusing better when our moans are the music, breathing back into my body, screaming loud enough that the neighbors never forget. This is what self-love sounds like. That's it.
I realized just now you couldn't hear my snaps, so I just wanted to also just share my snaps audibly for you so you can also hear that. That was such a beautiful, beautiful piece. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Yes.
Yo, that ending though? Like, what?
This is what self-love looks like. This is what self-love looks like. Us being here together, I think this is also what self-love looks like. Like us being able to be black and brown people, trans and queer people together, just spitting poems and singing together. I feel so grateful to all of y'all for allowing me to be here with y'all, for us being able to create this space together. I'm so glad that we have such a strong family. Yeah, that's where my heart is going. So thank y'all. So right now, next up to the mic, I see Nicole Acosta. Nicole, founder of the Epic 12, who's apparently in the lovely land of Portland, Oregon today.
Where does it say that?
Oh, it said it on Facebook for some reason. It logged your location as Portland. I was like, what is Nicole doing in Portland?
I'm definitely in New York, and I've never been to Portland.
Oh,
Me
well,
It's so weird.
you should go.
If you can teleport me, that'd be cool.
Right? Let's get on that. Where's the budget for that?
I'm sure YouTube's working on a way, but we going. So we hear you have some poems for us, and we want to welcome you to our East stage. So welcome to the stage, Nicole.
How do I need to press anything?
No, you're good. You just do.
You are all good.
Okay, cool. So I was assigned to put my entire love life into like 2 minutes. So this is that. What the hell is love? At one, out of all the futures I could have picked off the birthday tray, I snatched the pen. I was destined to love writing. At 8, I hate prompts from teachers, can't fit into their boxes. I'm too much start from my own scratching, not enough color inside the lines. I have word problems. At 10, I love Seth. I tell him to his face with the biggest Kool-Aid smile on mine. He tells me, you'll get over it. At 11, I love my English teacher. He gives me a reason to write anything on any surface and makes us draw our poetic licenses to do so. I draw a stick figure identification card and learn I hate drawing. He gives me a microphone in front of a packed house at the Walt Whitman birthplace. At 16, I love Greg, but he loves her, but she's 12 and he's 21. It's so backwards, so I take back all my words and all my I love yous and all my things. He still has my virginity, though. At 17, I love Xavier, but so do all the other girls who do things for him that I will not. At 18, I love any man with a creative hand. Their ability to shape the air around them amazes me. But I learned that this is admiration, not love. I love everything that I want David to be, but nothing that he is. The feeling is mutual when he realizes I will never be Jewish for him. At 19, I love Andy, but he loves anything Asian and with alcohol. At 20, I love a man with 2 names who never went to college, whose hands are callous from never breathing between jobs. He says the most honest conversations are naked, and they are. At 20 and a half, I love someone who finally admits they like me, and we're a beautiful disaster for 4 years. I miss naked conversations with the man with 2 names. My early 20s are a blur of misdirected Cupid arrows. It's not okay, Cupid. None of us match. At 26, I say to myself, self, You kind of sort of maybe always like girls, you just never said it out loud before. At 26 and a half, I say it out loud, but she doesn't love me back. Lust becomes lifestyle, numb becomes natural. When I finally get fucked into fragile, I muster up the courage to stop, drop, and roll out of bed and say, self, I don't know what the hell love is, but I know with every fiber of my being that this is not what it looks like. At 27, I build my walls so high around me, it's a struggle to hug anyone, even the ones I claim family, because I'm so unsure of the ability of my arms to hold on to anything longer than a blink anymore. I have a dozen significant others, all of them my sisters and brothers, but I'm single and like Kraft cheese, I'm so vulnerable outside this package. I invest in heavy-duty bullshit detectors, deny dates, and I'm not as easily impressed anymore. I suffered too many casualties from casual sleep, and I'm just trying to celebrate now that the war with my body and my heart is over. I meet a battle-scarred warrior turned mosaic, and when she speaks, I think I finally have an inkling of what love is, and she is what it looks like.
Yay! I think she wants to make sure she's on camera.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And hi, partner. I haven't met you yet, but I've seen you on Facebook.
Hi, Liz.
And so, Nicole, you do still have time to spit another piece if you would like to spit another piece, because I think you might be our last for this evening. Looking at the list right now.
I don't think.
Yes, I think. Yeah. No pressure. You don't have to spit another poem, but if you had another poem that you wanted to read, you're most welcome.
To spit the vibrator poem.
Yep. Hey, we love vibrator poems.
Ended on that note.
Oh my God.
Here's all the poetry, guys. We got a vibrator poem. Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay, it's my first vibrator.
The memories.
It was a flesh-colored, two-headed, purring stimulator for me and my partner. I get weird about words like partner, like we're two cowboys riding through the tumbleweeds. Howdy, partner! It buzzed inside of us, a humming substitute for the male grunting counterparts I was used to. I thought about all the meat substitutes they make at vegan markets and sex shops, soy sausages, silicone dicks. They don't taste like real meat. They don't do what real dicks do. This did something entirely different. No blood on the plate, no semen everywhere, just a new puzzle and new pieces. I'm still learning what fits. That's it.
Yes.
Yay! Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us, Nicole and partner.
Yeah. Thank you for having this. Pretty awesome.
And we're gonna do it. So y'all. So what we're gonna try to do today, we're working out our fun technology kinks. We're gonna try to do this again in a couple of weeks. So we hope you all will join us again. So for everybody that's watching on the lovely land of YouTube, we will do this again very, very soon. We're also going to be having a Twitter haiku slam. So for those of y'all that love y'all some haikus, we'll be having a Twitter haiku slam and by the end of this month. So we'll let y'all know about that within the next couple of days. Yeah, and I think on that note, V, should we close out with a couple haikus?
Sure, yeah, let's close out with a couple. Which ones do you want to do?
What can people can curse on YouTube, right? That's like a thing.
Yeah,
people already curse.
I
doesn't matter.
All the fucking time.
Yeah, okay. I don't know why I asked that question. You know, I was raised kind of country a little bit, so I just want to. It's still, even though I'm gonna curse, I just always feel like I need to ask, like just to check in with people. Like it's just an appropriate thing coming out my mouth. So
girl, so I'm gonna say it too.
Okay. You got a haiku for us?
Yeah, sure. So this one is also going to be like it's going to be in solidarity with my TQPOC artist that graced the stage, because I know sometimes people want to listen to our shit, people want to hear our shit, but people don't want to pay for our shit. So here's the haiku about that. Shit, I can't remember it. Wait, here it is. Got it. I got bills to pay. You can keep your exposure. I'll take that check though. So, yeah.
So I'm gonna do so I'm gonna do quick haiku. And so for those of y'all that have seen me live in the world, oftentimes people always ask me, oh well, how did you get to be a full-time poet? And so the truth is, I got fired from a job. And so this haiku is for my ex-employer. So for everyone watching, to my employer, fuck your job. I'm a poet. I'm going back to bed. That's it. It's a haiku. Okay. So again, my name is J Mesa III. Over here we got.
My name is Vita E.
Yep. And we are the administrative team of Awkward. And so we really appreciate y'all joining us today. And we're like I said, we're going to be doing some more of these. We're going to do some haiku Twitter slams. So please check us out at Awkward Talent. So AWQWARD Talent on Twitter, on Tumblr, on Facebook. Like you can find us under that
we have an Instagram
handle. Oh, we have an Instagram. I keep forgetting because I'm not cool enough for Instagram. I barely know how Instagram works. But the lovely Vita E makes sure there's stuff on it that you can check out from Awkward for all of our artists. And so please check us out and check out our website at awkwardtalent.com and just get to know a little bit more about us. Like there are so few trans people of color run organizations in this world. Please, please, make sure that part of our solidarity with each other is supporting each other's stuff. So we hope to talk to y'all real soon. And thank y'all for making this a very successful first open mic for Awkward. So
yeah,
thanks.
I think the way it'll work is the link to after they finish processing this open mic, the link will eventually process and it'll become part of the channel. So what I'll do is after it's done, I'll post a link to the Awkward page and to a couple other places, so y'all can see all the fun shenanigans that happened tonight, and you can keep them for memories as well. So thank you again for joining us, and we really enjoyed all of your energy and creative brilliance and time.
Thank you. And again, one more thank you to Sid for being an inspiration for this. So like if Sid hadn't said to us the other day that sometimes it's hard to get into spaces with trans and queer people of color to do an open mic, this would not have happened. So we really appreciate that energy, and we appreciate that idea and just that kind of that impetus for us to get all together tonight. So we love y'all so much, and yeah.
Peace.